Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to check out, you fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Red Pill, Blue Pill stream. As you guys know, every single Tuesday, we're back, 2:15 p.m. UK time, as per usual, Habibis. Big up to all of you guys. Why is my camera so like? Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Make sure you guys are, you get me? Keep getting involved on the chat. We got you guys covered with content all the way throughout. Love to every single one of you, absolute legends. And don't forget to check out our sponsors, OK Jersey, and use code Husam for 8% off. Big up to all of you guys. And thank you to everyone who has supported us. You have helped the channel grow like crazy recently. And we are closing in on 65,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. So help the channel get there with you guys' help. And we can only get there with you guys liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Lewis is on his way. He's just finishing up his stream with rants. And I want to start off by talking about Manchester City, actually. Talk to me, Martin. The floor
Talk
is
to you.
yours.
Yeah, great win. Ryan Cherky, what a player. What a baller. What a baller, Husam. 27 million. He's got right foot, he's got left foot, he's got a jink, he's got a jazz. Got a bit of everything, his old Chirk. Bit of Chirky delight. No, it was really, really good. Bournemouth, good team. Listen, I'm not going to take anything away from Bournemouth, but Manchester City were really, really good. Love the tactics we deployed. I think Mateus Nunes, by the way, one of the most. Talk about a turnaround. This is a guy who a lot of City fans call bozo, not good enough. The guy was fabulous. He went home, took his keys out, took his wallet out, took some menu out, put him on the mantelpiece, let his legs dangle. It was about the most work Semenyo did because he locked him up. But no, the interaction between, by the way, Cherky and Phil Foden in the middle was something we've been craving for a lot. And I've said it for weeks once we got Cherky back. The bench, by the way, I mean, people talk about other people's squads. We had Rodri on the bench, Stones on the bench, Aki on the bench, Mamouche on the bench. The bench was like £500 million deep. So it was really, really good to see. You know, we had 4 players at home. Just a really good performance. O'Reilly, by the way, what a player he is. What a player he is. That guy. I like the fact Pep uses midfielders as fullbacks. I'm really getting into I'm really digging it. Because you know it is. Sometimes a midfielder, they're in the middle of the pitch. They've got to have that 360 viewing of the whole pitch. When you put Nunes, O'Reilly at fullback, they've got the whole pitch in front of them. The only glitch I'd say on the whole day was probably a little bit of Donnarumma. Some referees will give that as a foul. Was it a foul? Potentially. I also think Donnarumma was a bit soft, if I'm totally honest. But no, the big man's inevitable. I just thought we were really good. It was one of our best performances of the whole season against a really good Bournemouth team, by the way. A really good Bournemouth team who played well all season. But yeah, it was really good. And on to Dortmund on Wednesday night. Quite simple.
Look at him, he's so happy.
On to Dortmund already.
Yeah, 6 points behind, 84 points to go.
Yeah,
let the title race begin.
I'm not gonna be a bearer of bad news because there's nothing bad news to tell him. But Ryan Cherky I've been talking about Ryan Cherky since the summer, and I think.
Oh, big up to Rants for the raid. Big up to you, Lewis, as well for joining us. Big up to Rants for the raid. Appreciate you, Rants.
Big
By
up,
the way,
bro.
one
World
minute-
champions in the building. Up the Chelsea. Big up, everyone.
I'm saying this for the 1 millionth time in case there is a solution. There is one of your fucking loser moderators who banned me, Rants. And I'm gonna find that mod who banned me, and we're gonna have beef forever. I know Lewis has been in the gulag 5 years on your channel, but we need to. How are
You're
me
not
and Lewis
getting
in the
out.
gulag? How are we banned on Rants' channel?
I know why I was banned. I would have jumped on after United lost and said some bullshit and pissed off a mod. It happens.
Whichever mod in his chat banned me, you're a fraud, mate. You're a fraud.
But
Right,
Sam,
this
you
is
have
too
to
long to
come
go
to terms with it. You're not getting out. We both in there forever.
His
Yeah,
list is
it's-
too long to find one.
Gulag forever.
Hang on,
Yeah,
Husam, Igal was about to give Cherky a bit of love.
Yeah,
Let
I
him
know.
carry on.
Just picking up the
Let him
raid.
carry
Pick
on
up
the
the raid.
Cherky love. Big up, ladies. Big up the raid.
Yes, like it.
Come on,
subscribe.
Igal.
Go ahead.
Talk a bit of love about Setter. I want to hear it.
No,
Go ahead.
I like Cherky. I like Cherky. He's the kind of player who, when you watch him, you're gonna enjoy the game because he's gonna make it a little bit more exciting. He's gonna get on the ball, do some flicks and tricks at times, and also his just ability to pick out a pass is very good. This is what you've been needing. You need another player that can help create, who can help make chances, who can help finish off games. Erling Haaland, the guy's never offside. Doesn't matter what you do, he's never offside. He finds a way. He finds a way to get in front of your man. And Bournemouth, the way that they're playing, let's be honest, they played to your strengths. They gave you
That
guys
high
so
line
much
was
space.
evil work.
They gave you guys so much space. It was easy for you guys. And Cherky picked out 2 easy passes. He was celebrating before the goals even went in, before the player even got into the box and took a shot. And yeah, he's just making Florian Wirtz look like a joke, because that guy's going for, what is it, 1/6 of what Florian Wirtz went for. It's actually crazy. You got one guy for 25 mil? 25 mil you got him for at City? What was it? I'm talking to you, obviously, brother. If you don't know what I'm talking about.
Martin,
much was Cherky?
Sorry, the
cost?
connection went. Sorry, say it again.
How much
Sorry,
was
the
Cherky?
connection went. Say it again.
How much was Cherky?
27 and then 27 and 32 with add-ons.
And how much was Florian Wirtz?
Are you digging? Are you digging at Husam already? Only
Yeah,
10
Husam,
minutes
how
in.
much was Florian Wirtz?
150 million.
Okay.
100 million.
No,
So-
no. To be fair to Husam Igal, Husam did say Cherky was a baller as well.
See?
Yeah, it's just
To be
It's
fair,
just-
no, he did.
no. I get what he said, but in the summer when people were comparing the two, it was almost like Liverpool fans were getting offended at the sheer fact that he was getting compared. Some Liverpool fans, maybe not Husam, but some were. And
No, but at the time there was nothing wrong with being offended with the
and from his
comparison.
performance for France in that game where he went off till now, he's shown more technical ability. He's shown more. It's been easier for him to acclimatize from the French league to the Premier League so far. And although he's had injury issues, I don't think I've seen too many performances nearly as bad as what I've seen from Florian Wirtz in his time. So I'm just
Do
looking
you know
at
the biggest thing with us, Igal? Sorry to jump in. You know the biggest thing for us at the minute that I think it's gone under the radar. Last season we were missing Rodri. Like we were missing Rodri like a baby misses a rattle. This season, no one's talking about Rodri anymore because Nico G has developed into a player that is so good at what he's doing, and there's still more to come. Now, yes, it's still early. Yes, he's only just come good, but you're not noticing the Rodri absence anymore. And for me, that is so pivotal.
Martin, you don't know why Igal's laughing. I know you saw it, Igal.
Yeah,
I know you saw it, Igal.
Cherky has more Cherky has more potential, and he's a better player when it comes to technical ability. But I think Eze, he's just what we need.
That's
No,
not
he's
the
saying he's
thing.
been better this season.
No,
He's saying
wait,
he's been better this
let's
season.
him get away with it.
What
No,
do you guys
we're
say?
not gonna let you get away with this. You said Sharky's been better than Wirtz. Watch this. He said Sharky's been better than Wirtz. I agree. Sharky has been better than Wirtz. Are you gonna admit Sharky's been better than Eze as well?
No, because Eze's had better performances consistently.
Oh God. You just knew
He's got more GA. He's got more GA
Thank
than
you.
Eze.
Thank
Does
you,
he?
Jude on me. Thank you.
Yeah, no, he's got. I think is it like 4 assists, 2 goals in like 2 games, 3 games.
Oh well, what games were those? They weren't Premier
Well,
League
he got
games.
2 on Saturday. Yeah, he got 2 on Saturday.
Yeah, but the rest of them weren't Premier League
You would
games.
have got
were
one
they?
against Wolves in the 4-0, and I don't remember
Well,
the other
like
one.
he's only been fit for the 2 games he got. What we're
Oh.
saying is, in the 2 games he's been fit,
Now all I know
played a
is
part.
whenever we do comparisons, usually we don't count League Cup batterings included in those, do we?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I want to say something
Yeah.
to you, Igal. Martin actually,
Well,
when he
not
was
played in
speaking,
Champions League.
when Martin was speaking, he didn't bring up comparisons. You're the one that
No,
started.
no,
the
but
comparison.
I honestly, the reason why I brought up the comparison, and I understand the Eze comparison's fair too, right?
You're a fraud. You know,
One
you're a fraud.
second.
I was keeping it just Manchester City.
No,
I
the
You're a
Eze
don't
fraud.
comparison's
Hey,
fair
Martin
too.
started speaking. No, wait there. Martin started speaking. He's doing, City prop and everything. Igal is like, Shirky's been amazing compared to Verts. Habibi, Gabriel
No, but
Magalhaes.
it's true.
Gabriel
One
Magalhaes
second.
has more GA
One
than
second.
Verts. Verts has not been good at all.
Before a ball was even kicked, the Florian Wirtz Turkey thing was going to be a conversation of discussion the whole season, because the money you guys spent on Turkey was the same money they spent on Reinders, Turkey, and Ait Nuri was equivalent to what you spent on Florian Wirtz. So this conversation.
Oh, so you've seen the tweet. You've seen the
this
tweet there,
conversation
Miguel.
was
You saw the
ongoing.
tweet.
This conversation was ongoing for a long time. As for Eze in Turkey, let's be 100% real. Turkey at what do you call it? At Lyon is a much bigger talent than Eze right now at the age of 27. We're not talking about
I'd agree
talent,
with
are
that.
we? What are we talking about? That's like comparing.
Cherky had more profile coming out of Leon than Eze did out of Palace at the time.
Yeah.
There was a
So
bigger
we're not-
hoo-ha around Cherky, yeah.
Yeah, if we're
I
gonna do
agree
the
with
Premier
that.
League proven thing and who has already done it in the league, Eze, but let's see what Turkey.
No, but
Eze can do.
Igal, to be
All
fair
I
to
know
you,
is
to be fair,
both of them
to be
have
fair
been better
to
than Florian
everyone.
Wirtz.
No, but this is even better than it. To me, you know why I find all the comparisons a little bit disingenuous? Because if it was 3 teams and we all played the same style of football and we all had the same tactics and everything else, then yeah, we can do the comparisons. But we've got 3 managers who play 3 separate ways at the minute. So I don't know who'd look best in any team. Wirtz may be a baller in the City team. Cherky may be a baller in the out. I don't know, because we don't play the same way, if you know what I mean.
Fair.
I
By the
actually
way-
believe Wirtz would have 100% had GA had he played for Man City. 100%. 100% he would have.
The trouble is at City, you don't have a
Well, but
defined
Martin, put
role.
it this way: had
The thing
Florian
is,
Wirtz
City,
been
you don't have
playing-
as much pressure.
had
You don't
Florian-
have no, you don't have. You do have pressure to go. You do.
No,
have
no,
pressure.
you don't have
you
as
have
much
pressure
pressure.
playing for Man City. My thing is, had
course
Wirtz
you have
just been playing
pressure.
behind Haaland
No,
right now,
it's not
he
the
would be
same. I
getting
mean,
GA,
like, you won't
100%.
get as ridiculed.
Igal, have you seen Savinho with our fan base at the minute? My God,
No,
you thought the Antichrist had
one
appeared.
second. If you take a second and look at Savinho, he's been almost irrelevant for a whole year. I swear to you, I can count on my hands the amount of times he's been mentioned.
I think this is more PTSD because of your conversation with Lee, where he said he's better than Saka. Like you're just maybe that's why you've developed a disliking for him. But I don't think Savinho is like that deep. He's not really a conversation to have.
That's what I'm saying.
No, just
No one rates Savinho like that anyway.
No,
I think
it was not
Savinho
the
had a
pressure.
debut away at Stamford Bridge, and he hasn't played that way ever since. Like legitimately, ever since he hasn't had a performance that good. Probably.
No,
I think
you know
Savio's a lot better
Savinho-
on the left than the right, though. I'll say that.
Do you know the problem with Savinho at the moment? and some of you will know what I mean by this, and I keep saying it. You know this winger debate of GA? Because we don't see them as wingers anymore. They're now second strikers or forwards. When I watched football as a kid, a winger's job was to cross the ball, to get the assists. They weren't there to really score. But the trouble is now, because Savinho actually got 13 assists last season. In your debut season at 20 years old, he's actually quite good. 13 assists in all comps. But because he only got 1 goal, he became crap to everyone. because it was, and like I've always said, if you'd have split that GA into like 8 goals, 5 assists, it then suddenly looks like he's a better player because he's scoring goals. Scoring the goals is now more important for a winger than it is assisting to a lot of people in these debates. And that's for me, and maybe I'm too old school with it. I want my winger to assist more than I want him to score. Sabino needs to get better. Bob, all our wingers do. But all our wingers, I mean, Doku on, have I gone again?
We lost him.
You might have a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
he
think.
definitely-
What happened?
He's got a delay, isn't he?
Yeah, I know
What is
Martin's
going
got
on?
it, but he's in the car. He's probably taking a call. I think City are in a very good place right now, but we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with them because there's a lot still. I feel like we still have a lot to discover. He just says, "Give me 5 minutes. I'm going to move area." You get me? So, yeah. I love
Just
questions
sit
like
for a
this. If given a chance, would you swap Verts
Oh.
for Sharky? Guys, with all due respect to everyone in the chat, Gabriel Magalesh, who's a center back, got more GA than Florian Verts. Do you understand? You know who Florian Wirtz is better than? He's better than Xavi Simons, and he's better than Garnacho, and he's better than Gittins. That's the only people I can confidently say he's better than, probably, from all like the big 6 signings and stuff. So
Gittins has been alright for me this season. I'll be real. He's been doing pretty well.
yeah,
better
Wirtz
than
has been
Garnacho.
all right. Like he's had moments at least. But that's my point. Like when you say like, oh my god, this guy is this guy is that. Would you take Sharky? Guys, with all due respect, like, listen, like,
I'll put Savinho right now for Garnacho, in all honesty.
see, there you go.
Cook
That's my
on the
point.
left.
Like, people are asking it like it's edgy. It's not edgy. There are so many players that have performed better than Wirtz this season. So many players that have performed better than Wirtz. Also, if your logic is GA, I don't want you to ever say that Salah is having a bad season because he's got 6 GA in 10 games. Exactly.
You know, the thing is, people pick and choose which argument they have, including myself, depending on what the conversation is at the time. But right now, when it comes to Manchester City and their team, they're winning games. They're scoring goals as a team. The one question I constantly ask myself is it going to continue that Erling Haaland is their top goal scorer and their second top goal scorer is the Bournemouth own goals?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Burnley own goals. Their second highest goal scorer in the league is Burnley's own goals. That's not right. Surely somebody else has to start chipping in. Can they win the league with just Erling Haaland scoring 90% of their goals?
No, not
Yes.
90%. There's got to be other contributions. But then again, with the same breath, it goes back to Arsenal as well, because I think Arsenal need to get more open play goals before they can start having that conversation too. But it's also too early to say anyone's running away with it as well.
I was trying to check who scored the 3rd goal for Bournemouth. Was that a Haaland assist or a Foden assist? Foden, right, chat?
Yeah, Chow let us know.
Chat, I think it was a Foden assist, yeah? That's why Pep was like, Phil. He was just like giving a big hug to Phil Foden, right? Foden, no, it was a Foden assist. So, look, here's the thing. Probably, you don't know the problem. Last season, out of all our goals, Salah was literally responsible for 47 goals and assists. The guy in second place had had like 18 GA. So I'm the wrong person to say it's not possible. I believe it is possible, but Haaland needs help in a different way. Maybe not help when it comes to GA, but more help like when it comes to, maybe the team defending better, the team controlling games better, etc. So yeah, that's the thing. Big up to BMW, says up the mighty Chelsea. Title charge this year is what BMW M3 is saying. And actually, this is a perfect segue to speak about the Chelsea. Big up to all of you guys locked in. We've got 500 people locked in. 500
I honestly
people, which
believe
is...
if they stayed healthy and they would have signed another keeper.
Can I segue the show, guys? We got 500 people watching. Appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. We need the likes, guys. You know how the algorithms have been fucking us up. So you get me. Let's get the likes.
Move like Tottenham.
Yeah, exactly. So
do you want to talk about that title charge conversation quickly? Because I think if Chelsea had another keeper and another top defender and could stay 100% healthy, maybe. But there's a lot of ifs that needed to or things that need to have happen your way for you to stay healthy. Your Lavia obviously needs to be there. Cole Palmer needs to be there. Colwell needs to be there. And of course, if you would have maybe signed another good keeper, you definitely would be in that conversation. But maybe it's not your year yet, but I definitely still see this Chelsea team there and thereabouts. I put Chelsea in the same conversation as City and Liverpool if healthy, guaranteed.
This is why, from what you're saying, right? Goalkeeper, I hear it, but I also have to, I've got to credit Sanchez because I haven't complained about him within the last month or so. Centre-back, look, I would have loved us to get another centre-back. I still agree that we need to. But if you can keep Wesley Fofana fit, I know, big if, but if you can do that, then that minimizes that worry for me because I always maintain Fofana's our best centre-back when fit. And this brother gets to his level.
Knee injuries?
This brother's had everything from a leg break to an ACL to knee injuries. Like, his injury history is bleak as fuck. But Maresca is the best manager when it comes to getting players back to a regular level of fitness. Fofana just needed to follow his time frame last season. He decided to rush himself back, got injured again, missed the World Cup, missed the Conference League. Now you got no medals to show. If you follow the plan, you'll be fine. Maresca's just come out today and said Reece James can play 3 games in a week now. When was he ever able to do that? But it's because we've slowly managed him back into the team. When last season everyone was trying to cook him and say, oh, why are you only resting Reece James for the Conference League games and not playing him in the Prem games? There was a longer game plan with it. Fofana and Lavia are now on that sort of program. If we can just keep them fit for about even a third or a half more than they were last season, that should minimize the problem that we cause for ourselves by not getting centre-backs. That's why I've always said we're in this title race until we're not in it. Because it's just got to be a game-by-game thing for me. And we're not so far off Arsenal and off Liverpool to say that we can't get ourselves back. What we have to do is beat Arsenal. If I'm being completely honest, we have to beat Arsenal. I think we're capable of it.
How many defeats do you have this season?
What?
How many defeats do you have this season?
In the league, 3. In all comps, I'd say 4 because of Bayern. And again, only one of them 11v11. And we stopped getting red cards recently. So, what we have to do to get ourselves back there is win all of our games up to Arsenal and beat Arsenal. And I think we're capable of doing that because we're good at set pieces. The only weakness we've had is long throws. And if we can keep doing what we did against Spurs, which was just not throw everybody into the box, then I think we're going to be a lot better at handling those set pieces. Then it turns into an open play thing, where I think we can dominate the midfield, create more chances as a result of that. And I think defensively, we can handle Arsenal's attack because I don't rate Gyökeres in open play. Saka's not done a lot in open play this season. And the left-hand side kind of speaks for itself. So I genuinely think it will be a very tight game between the both of us. And if that's the case, we can definitely leave that with a victory.
Before you play Arsenal,
got a tougher test because you've been
one second,
struggling
before
against
you
the
play
smaller
Arsenal,
sides, Wolves.
Yeah, I was going to say, before you play Arsenal, how many teams do you play?
Wolves and Burnley.
Yeah,
which to Chelsea is like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Yeah, because we love beating a big team and then shitting it against a normal team. I've always said Chelsea's biggest weakness is if you're a weak team and you sucker punch us, we don't really know how to respond to it. But I also think we adapt slowly to those sorts of weaknesses. Like last season, our problem was our centre-backs and our goalkeepers. And then towards the end of the season, we started dropping our line further back and our defensive record improved. The long throws have been a problem this season. It seems like we might be starting to figure that out. The centre-backs, it is genuinely just a keep Fofana fit thing. And then I'm relatively comfortable at the back. And then it's about getting Delap and Palmer fit. Now, if we get them both fit and we're still in a good position, I think we can have a good second half to the season. That's why my position will always be we're in the title race until we're not in the title race. And right now, just keep winning your games and we can keep talking about it. That's it.
Whoa, you still think you're in the title race?
We're here till we're not here. The only thing that would like make me completely say it's done out is a loss to Arsenal.
But why is it the loss to Arsenal specifically?
Because I expect us to beat Wolves and Burnley. Even with our habit of like shitting the bed against the smaller teams, I expect us to beat Wolves and Burnley. Like, don't piss me off. You can get a result against them. Sunderland,
Here's the thing, though, if you beat Wolves and
we should
Burnley,
have beaten them, I can respect that they've been a very good defensive outfit this season. They've had something they can lean back on. Wolves and Burnley don't. Just beat them. Don't piss me off. Just go and beat them, and then we go to the Arsenal game.
here's the thing: if you beat, let's say hypothetically, if you beat Wolves and Burnley, and Arsenal lose the next 2 games, as an example, then you would be 2 points behind them. So even a loss against Arsenal wouldn't make you out of it.
If they were to drop points before that point, like, I'm not expecting them to. If anything, like
I'll be honest with you, that Sunderland game ain't looking easy.
Themselves.
That Sunderland game ain't looking easy, Lewis. Trust me. I watched Sunderland Everton yesterday. These guys are not a joke, Sunderland. They are like I would be scared going to the Stadium of Light right now. No bullshit. I would be.
Fair,
I watched
they
them
drop
against
more
Everton
points when we
yesterday.
win our next game.
They choked the fuck out of Everton in the second half. And Everton were so lucky. Everyone who saw that knew that was a penalty. 100% it was a penalty.
But if that's the case, then as long as we win our 2 games, if they drop more points leading up to that, then we could get even closer to them if we get the right result. But for me, it's just I expect us to get results in our next 2 games, and then it's about taking 3 points off Arsenal at the Bridge. Not saying it like it's a walk in the park or that it's easy. I just think Chelsea are capable of doing it.
Lewis, going into the Tottenham game, what was the first thing that you'd say to people?
Are we on Chelsea? Sorry about that. What are we on now? Chelsea.
Pest control.
No, but do you usually lose to Tottenham?
Not at all. No.
Okay. When was the last time Arsenal beat you? When was the last time you beat Arsenal at your ground?
Fucking hell. 2018. It's been a fucking minute.
And right now, who would you say is the better form, better team?
Well, Arsenal would be in better form. Better team, like I think you've got better centre backs and a better goalkeeper, and I don't really think you clear us on anything else. I think we've got a better midfield, better fullbacks. Our attack's got holes in it. I think your attack's got holes in it.
Okay, so you think the teams are even?
Bar centre backs and goalkeeper, yeah.
All right. Fair. Personally, for me, I don't think Chelsea are a team I'm looking at and I'm worried about. Spurs, I'm not worried about. Only team I'm worried about right now is the next game, Sunderland. You guys are right. Sunderland are no joke. They're probably going to be one of our toughest games. And then, but before that, we also have.
Is that home or away, Gal? Sorry, are you away?
It's away. It's away. So our next 2 games are away.
Sunderland ain't easy though. I'll be honest.
We got Slavia Prague tonight, and then we got Sunderland. Both Martinelli and Gyökeres are going to be out.
Oh yeah, you got Slavia Prague actually in like 3 hours.
Yeah, 5:45. So Slavia Prague,
and
then
Chelsea
we go
play
to
5:45
Sunderland.
tomorrow as well.
We have no Jesus obviously for the whole season. We've had Havertz out, Madueke's out, Odegaard's
That's
out.
not a mess.
Gyökeres is out.
Having no
Gyökeres
Jesus
is out.
isn't a mess.
Gyökeres is out.
Speak about
Martinelli's
Arsenal
out.
a little bit. Can we?
I didn't even get my.
I want to do a whole
What's the
Arsenal
point of me
section in a
speaking
bit.
if you guys are gonna cut me off?
In a bit. Let's just go. Stick on
Sorry,
Chelsea.
can I just quickly have? Can I just have 1 more minute on City? Because I was going to say something. I know I've dropped. My apologies. I'm sorry to backtrack. Just
okay. You want to know
bit.
something, Martin? Say something on City, and as soon as you're done, tell me your opinion on Chelsea. Let's get back.
Yeah. My apologies. I know we're doing it forwards, backwards. My fault. No, just thing on the Phil Foden Cherky. I think that's going to be a partnership to watch out for. But I don't think you can play that combination every single game. It will depend. That combination I don't think works in a low block. For example, like I think that only works with a team that is willing to come and play football against you. Because City are willing to give up possession in that case. I think when City are going to have the ball, because there'll be times when we play a stubborn team, a low block team, where we're going to need a different midfield. So that's all I was going to say. I wouldn't look. Everyone's looking at Cherky Foden for the next 60 games. and that's going to be the combo. I think it depends on the opponent. It was a bit suicidal, but that combination works because they've got spaces to work in behind. If you're playing, say, Everton, you know, that isn't going to be the case because they're going to low block you. There's less space to work into. Chelsea are one of them inconsistent teams for me. One week they're brilliant, the next week you're like, what? And I keep saying it, it's weird, they won away again. Stamford Bridge seems to be a bit of a hoodoo with them at the minute. I don't know if Lewis can explain this, but what's going on at Stamford Bridge? They seem to be more comfortable playing away from the bridge than they do at the bridge.
Honestly, we just lost our last two games. That was it. Before it was one lost the whole of 2025. I just think it's the last two games.
But you drew the opening game, didn't you, against Palace?
Yeah, but we had
a lot of your drop points are at the bridge.
I know that we had a 10-day preseason going into that. I don't take too much of that 0-0 draw.
No, that's fair.
So, yeah, look, slow start was going to happen with like a preseason, the amount of minutes that we've played this season. In spite of that, I've only lost one game 11v11. Now, like, we're minimizing the red cards. We've got Fofana back, Palmer and Delap. Well, Delap's back now.
Minimizing red cards. You won.
Yeah, you can't do that. The red cards is an issue because
you've literally had 7 red cards this season.
7 this season. Has it been 7 this season? Yeah, around October. But in the league, we haven't had a red card in, I think, our last 3 matches. 3 matches, I think it's been.
I've not had a red card all season. That's not something to prop about 10 games in.
Yeah, I get that.
You can prop it in like May. You can't prop it now.
If the majority of our losses have only come 10v11, then all you got to do is just keep it 11v11, and then you, again, minimize the chance of a defeat.
Listen, 1 second. You sound like me last season.
You can't do that. You can't
you were blaming the referee for your issues. I was not. I was saying
regardless, being down to 10 men was 2 of the reasons why we dropped points.
Yeah, for you, yes.
Last season, due to stupid refereeing decisions.
Am I meant to believe that every game you're going to go down to 10 men?
The difference is the context around the Reds. You're getting red cards, being idiots.
Yeah.
My guys were kicking the ball and getting a red card for a rule that never existed 2 years ago and still doesn't exist now. But they did it.
Kicking the ball away has always been a yellow card.
No, it's never. They don't do it anymore.
Yes, it has. Reece James got 1 yellow turning into a red for that the season before.
Okay, I don't see that.
Newcastle away, right?
Yeah, the 4-1.
I don't see that too often. It's something you don't see that often. But my point is, regardless,
I'm gonna go. The Bournemouth goal on Saturday could have been a foul to some ref.
Last season when I sat here and said we would have beat Brighton, we would have beat Bournemouth if it wasn't for red cards. We weren't allowed that excuse, so you can't get away with that.
You weren't allowed that excuse because you had been competing for the league for 2 seasons at that point, and that was meant to be your year.
You just won the Club World Cup and Conference League. You should be competing.
This is the first season that we've been expected to be on a title charge. That was your 3rd. That's the difference. We want to talk context. Let's talk full context.
So you're allowed excuses because it's your first season?
More than you, yes.
Get out of here.
More than you guys at that point.
Basically, you're saying you're not allowed excuses because you're Arsenal. You're allowed excuses because you're Chelsea.
Because it was your 3rd season competing for the league, and it was the season City fell off.
Either way,
we had heard was when City fell off,
if you're going to call it an excuse,
and then you weren't there.
Lewis, if you're going to call it an excuse last season, an excuse now, and it's weak for coming.
No, because context has to be applied all the way around. Not just
context is in my situation, a referee called a random call they never called before. In your situation,
no, it's not a random call they've never called before. Kicking the ball away is the yellow card.
And guess what? Your goalkeeper took out a player. Last man.
Did I say the red wasn't deserved?
One was deserved. The other one was a controversial call.
No, it wasn't a controversial call. You kicked the ball away, which is a yellow card offense.
Is kicking the ball away the same as getting a red card for taking out a man and saying
it's a yellow card offense.
Regardless, you're saying the same rhetoric. If you say 11v11 is the same excuse, but you just worded it differently.
Well, no, the same excuse. I'm saying we deserved it. You're trying to use it to run a whole. You're not
owning the defeat
because you got red cards that you deserved.
You're not owning the defeat because you're saying if we stayed 11v11, we would have
I
won the
actually
game.
agree with Igal.
No. I am. No.
misunderstanding.
But that don't make sense. I am owning the defeat because I said
No, you're
we
not.
shot
Take us
ourselves-
back 2 seconds ago.
How am I not owning it when I'm saying the red card is caused by self-inflicted? I mean, the loss is caused by self-inflicted reds. How am I not owning it?
Because
How?
you're implying that if you didn't get the red card, you would have won.
Because I would believe my team could win the game 11v11.
What's the difference? We're saying
The
the same
difference is
thing.
our discipline cost us.
And the referee cost us with a rule that never existed before.
No, you're saying the referee fucked you over because the decision isn't fair. I'm saying the decisions were fair and we fucked our game up.
And I'm saying we're
because of
saying
it.
the same thing. It just sounds different.
I don't think we are. You're saying the referee shouldn't have sent your players off. I'm saying the ref should have sent our players off. So how is it the same thing?
You sat here right now and said, guess what? We would be closer to the top if it wasn't for 2 red cards.
Yes, but they're self-inflicted. You use it to say the referee was the problem.
Or not.
I use it to say our discipline was the problem.
Okay, 1 second. Just because you add
Okay, after Lewis's explanation, I actually agree with Lewis. He's basically blaming his team for getting sent off.
Yes, and I've said
okay. Regardless, he is still trying to count points that are not on the board because of a refereeing decision.
What points? How do I count points that aren't there? I just said I believe I beat Brighton 11v11. I believe I beat United 11v11. But we didn't because we got our players sent off, which was our fault.
You're not. Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. You're saying Lewis is absolving the team of responsibility, but after his explanation, he isn't. He's actually holding them.
I'm not saying he's absolving the team of responsibility. I'm saying he's counting points that are not on the board because of.
No, I know what Igal means.
I predict we beat Brighton because we're cooking. I'm explaining
okay, so Igal is saying if you had 11v11, it's not guaranteed, basically. That you
yeah.
No, but of course it's not guaranteed. It's a prediction.
He's counting the points as if they're guaranteed.
What I'm saying is before we went down to 10 men, Brighton were in a spliff. Why should I not believe that that would be the same case?
Manchester
United is a pure prediction, and I hear that. But of course I'm going to think we beat United 11v11. Why wouldn't I?
No.
Why?
This is why. I'm seeing deja vu all over the place. Deja vu here, deja vu
Sam
there,
thought that.
here, deja vu there. I see it with this guy this season. I see it this season. You guys are all doing the same thing I was doing last season. Just own it. You lost. We're
not. You had 1 hour monologues about the referee. We've never spoke about the
red. You are owning the red, but you're still trying to mathematically play chess and say, if it wasn't for these 2 things, we would be top.
No, not anymore because we lost to Sunderland 11v11. So that's not the case. That was all before that. All I'm saying is I believe we beat Brighton and United 11v11. Why would that be a crazy prediction?
And that statement right there is where I'm saying, oh, you're counting points that are not on the board. Simple.
No, I'm not. I'm saying our team is capable of beating Brighton and Man United 11v11. That's not counting any points on the board. That's a prediction. And off Brighton, I'm going off about 50, 60 minutes of football before the Reds, where we were the better team. And even before they equalized, we were still the better team.
Lewis, did you not, yes or no, at any point, did you not sit here and say, we would be higher up the table if it wasn't for these 2 red cards?
Before the Sunderland game, yes. I could tell that you've already brought the tweet out where I said that. Yes.
Okay, so then we did it. There's no point in me.
No, it's not we did it. That was before the Sunderland loss. Now that doesn't matter.
Just because you change your mind after a loss doesn't mean
because it's an 11v11 loss. So you can't say without those red cards we'd be top because there's more points on the table now.
So why
it's not changing the goalpost. That tweet was made before we lost to Sunderland. We lost to Sunderland, so those 2 games would not have made us top anymore because we've lost another game.
Okay, so it would have made you 3 points off top.
Basically, yeah. But that's not the same as being top.
Do you see what I'm saying, guys?
What is crazy about me predicting us to beat Brighton and United 11v11? What's crazy about that? Am I bugging? What's crazy about that?
You didn't beat them because you got red cards, and you're basically saying, I'm owning the red cards. I'm owning the fact that we wouldn't be top. But at the same time, guess what? We would be 3 points off top if it wasn't for 2 red cards.
Yeah, but hang on.
If it was 11 v 11, I believe we win those games.
No, but we can do all this.
You guys must see this.
But what is crazy about me thinking I can beat Brighton and United 11 v 11? What's crazy about that? You want to make it the same as you because you had red cards last season, but you weren't owning those reds. You were saying it was an agenda from the referees and PGMOL and Howard Webb and all of this shit. I'm saying Sanchez and Chalobah were fucking idiots. That's
because
the
they
difference.
were.
That's what I'm saying.
But guess what? We're still getting to the same result. You're still trying to absolve the defeat.
How am I trying to absolve the defeat? I'm saying we just beat them 11 v 11.
Regardless if the Sunderland win or not, you're saying you'd be 3 points off top if it wasn't for 2 red cards.
If they didn't get themselves sent off, yes, because we beat them. But it's not.
In the anti-ball should be my uncle. What we're doing, we're going to go around in circles there, guys.
I'm so shocked how nobody can hear what I'm hearing here. He's literally
in the Namad wheel should be about.
What we doing? Come on, correctly, brother.
Well, last season, Brighton versus Arsenal, Rice was red carded when Arsenal were leading 2-1. Then what? So if Igal said at the time that 11 v 11, he thinks that they would have beaten them. Would you agree with that, Lewis?
Why would I care? Like, fairs, cool. Why do I care? The argument was that Rice didn't deserve to get sent off because he kicked the ball. No, he deserved the red. Same way my players deserve the red, they deserve the red. The problem is the Arsenal fans couldn't get to that conclusion. We could. And I'm meant to believe it's the same thing. It's not. We're holding our players accountable and saying, you fucked up the win for us, not the ref. I don't know what's crazy about that.
When beauty's in the eye of the beholder, when it's your problem, you can see it. When it's somebody else's problem, you don't want to see it. That's just the other way around. When it's your problem, you don't want to see it. When it's somebody else's problem, you want to see it. So right now, Lewis, if this was roles reversed and it was anybody else, you would see exactly where I'm coming from and where I'm going. But because it's Chelsea, you're so emotionally attached. It's your club. You don't see where I'm coming from. And
what narrative are you even trying to create? What are you talking about?
We're going to have to move on because unfortunately...
No. You want to move on because this won't make any sense. What are you talking about? The same thing. It's not the same thing. You lot acted like you were the victims when you got red cards. I'm not.
Forget about
I'm
how you act.
Players for getting the reds.
1 second. Somebody gets a red card because their player kicked the ball away. Somebody gets a red card because they kicked the player. Both get sent off. One complains about the referee. The other one complains about says their player is an idiot. Regardless, both teams think they would win the game if they had 11 men. And right now, you are doing the same thing as me. You're just coming to another way. You're answering the same math problem. Just coming to using a different situation to get to that answer.
If your argument was solely, I believe we beat those teams 11 v 11, nobody's saying anything. Your argument from last season was that the Reds were unfair and you got screwed out of the victory, and that's why man were cooking you. We're not saying that.
He still doesn't get it. I'm not comparing you complaining about referees to you complaining about your players.
You literally were comparing your complaints from last season to my complaints. Do you not remember, guys, when he said 10 minutes ago, he's doing the same thing I did last season? No, I'm not.
I'm not comparing you complaining. I'm talking about
you literally were at the start of this debate. Now you're trying to change the goalposts.
Am I like this?
Yes. You literally said 10 minutes ago, you said that he's doing the same thing I did last season. Husam, am I bugging? Husam, am I bugging? No, wait, Husam, did he or did he not say that I'm doing the same thing he did last season?
Yes.
And last season, was he not blaming the referee and the decisions over the players taking the piss with kicking the ball away?
He was blaming the referees. You are
right. So how is it the same when I'm holding my players accountable and he's acting like he got screwed out of those victories because the yellows were unfair? It's not the same.
Okay, Igal, I'll be honest with you. Let me just conclude.
Is this still the Chelsea section?
When this first started, when you both first started speaking, I agreed with Igal. But when Lewis explained it, I agreed with him because I understood what he's saying. He's holding his players accountable for being dumbasses, basically, to just very clear. You're dumb. You shouldn't have gotten sent off. 11v11, we probably would have won. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, speaking of Arsenal, let's move on to Arsenal. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing. I'm letting my club be the final section for once. We don't have to start with my club. Let me breathe, bro. You guys been fucking gigging, pressing me on this app for the last 3 weeks. Let's get the likes up. Also, don't forget that every link is in the description. Lewis's channel is in the description. Carefree Lewis G. Lewis, you doing any watch along tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do Liverpool Madrid.
Fuck you, Lewis.
Slavia Prague Arsenal, no point. They're gonna win that one. There's no point.
I thought you were gonna do Slavia Prague Arsenal. I'm even gonna lie.
Oh hell no, bro. Put the 2-0 in the bag. Forget that.
Fair. Anyway, Carefree Lewis G is in the description. Igal Talks Football, Gems channel as well as in the description. Playback and the Mancunian way. Go please support and subscribe to all of my brothers. We're also closing in on 64.5k. So subscribe to this channel and hit the like button on this video, guys. Yalla, let's get 200, 300 likes ASAP. The algorithms have been fucking us up recently, so we need you guys' help. And big up to AMT, big up to Jude, and big up to BMW for the supers. So, guys, please hit the
We're
like.
not a podcast, YouTube. We're not a podcast.
Yes. So, Arsenal. Igal. Arsenal win again. Good news. Let's start with the good news. Arsenal win again. Another clean sheet. Burnley didn't even have a shot on target. Absolute dominant performance. The bad news is today we're getting news about the whole Joker's injury. So we're going to cover both good stuff and the bad stuff. Talk to me.
Arsenal are currently flying, one of the best defenses across the world. 3 goals conceded across all competitions. That's every competition. What else is there? We scored.
Whoa, no, stop. I'm going to stop you right now. Right now, that stops. Don't you dare say all competitions when you only use goal scoring for Premier League for Haaland.
No. What are you talking about?
Don't give me the old comps. No. What?
I'm talking about my
defense. No, Igal, I'm not trying to glaze. Don't do the old comps when you only use Premier League goal scoring for Haaland.
You do realize it's harder to concede.
No. Well, if that's the case, then stop saying City's top goal scorer is Burnley. Then it's Phil Foden. Carry on.
Does he think he got somebody? I'm confused.
No. I want consistency on that. So I'm saying consistency.
He's saying if you're going to count clean sheets in all comps, count their second top scorer in all comps.
Count all our goals in all comps. Then that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Martin, you do realize it's less games if you do that.
No. Carry on. I was just pointing out. Okay. I want to be consistent on this all comps thing. We can't use it when it suits a narrative, as you said 5 minutes ago.
Okay, and in the Premier League, you still have only 2. Your second leading goal scorer is the Burnley defender. Fair. When it comes to Arsenal, though, we have been
shameless.
Shameless is the person who when I'm bringing up a defensive stats, asked me to have less games to try to suit an argument that doesn't make sense. But let's carry on and let's only talk Premier League then. In our last 5 games since we played Manchester City and we drew 1-1, we have won all 5 of them. We have in that time conceded, what is that? We've conceded 1 goal to Newcastle. We have scored a total of, what is that? 7 goals in 5 games. I'm confident my team is playing as my team is playing some of the best football. Not some of the best football, but some of the most productive game. Sorry, they've just been very productive at getting the 3 points, keeping clean sheets, and limiting the opponents to as minimal shots on target as possible. To the point where now we get irritated when we get a shot on target. We don't even worry about conceding a goal. It's really just focusing on not getting a shot on target, because we haven't gotten a shot on target versus what was it? Crystal Palace. It was an Eddie Nketiah flick on. Fulham, not 1 single shot on target. West Ham, not 1 single shot on target. And if I'm not mistaken, versus Burnley, I think we only got 1 shot on target the whole game. 0 shots on target. Wow, I forgot. So yeah, 3 out of our last 5 games, 0 shots on target. My defense is just so good. Gabriel Magalhaes has been playing like one of the best defenders in the world. in both boxes. I'm just so proud of how the team has been performing consistently. And
No, I'm gonna stop you there. Gabriel Magalhaes has been playing as the best center back in the whole world, not one.
yeah, in both boxes.
Say it because it's true. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
with you. And I actually want to ask you a question. If
he's
the
currently
season
on a roll. Like he could be
if the
player
season
of the
ends
season.
tomorrow, does Gabriel get player of the season?
I literally was just about to say that. Actually, he would be player of the season if the season were ending tomorrow. And call me crazy. If he keeps this up, the way they were scoring goals from set pieces, this guy could be on double-digit GA come the end of the season. And that's just in the Premier League, maybe. Forget about all comps. This guy could be on double-digit GA come the end of the season. That's how good.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's how good he's been. He's outscoring attackers in our team right now. And another assist on the weekend for Gyökeres's goal from the set piece. Declan Rice also gets on a goal sheet. That was probably Gyökeres's best 45 minutes in an Arsenal shirt. Unfortunately, he came off injured. But yeah, he looked really good.
Speak about that in a bit. 1 second. Have some shame, Husam. What's this glazing? Arsenal, guys, I want to say to everyone in the chat, guys, Arsenal are top of the league by mistake. They have conceded 3 goals in 10 games by mistake. Their defense is not good. Gabriel doesn't deserve what glazing? What glazing? If there is one thing in the entirety of the Arsenal team that deserves so much praise, it's their back 5. No one can say shit about their back 5. Not left back, not center backs, not right back, not goalkeeper. All of them have been unbelievable. Like when you guys say the word glaze, at least accuse me if I said something about, like, you know, Saka as an example. If I said something positive about him right now, you can say I'm glazing, because Saka has been playing like not good at all this season. So he deserves criticism as an example. But when you're talking about the Arsenal center backs, how the fuck is it glaze when they've conceded 3 goals in 10 games? Where's the glaze? It's the reality. You get me? We're talking about this season. We are talking about this season. It's not
their defense is big, magnificent.
Can I continue? By the way, our defense is not only defensive, our defense is very attacking. We have Gabriel, who's one of the most attacking defenders in the league, in the box. We have Calafiori, who has the most shots out of any defender in the league. We have Timber, who's 4th most shots out of any defender in the league. And David Raya barely has any work to do because how good we are defensively. But when he does, have shit to do, he has one of the highest save percentages in the league. So fair play to my defense. And then going on to the rest of the team, if there was any negatives, it's very much Bukayo Saka should have had at least 2 goals.
Your forwards, by the sound of it.
Yeah, Bukayo Saka should have had 2 goals. Bukayo Saka should have had 2 goals. I would say Trossard got an assist. I really can't fault him for too much. I can't really fault anybody else. It's just Saka. Saka had 2 clear, easy opportunities, but fair play to the goalkeeper. He saved them both times, and Gyökeres could have came out of that game with at least a goal and 2 assists if it wasn't for Saka.
Igal, let's just look at the Saka stats, because we do this to Palmer, so we have to be honest. Saka in the Premier League, non-penalty goals, 1 in the last 16. See, Lewis, I always keep this man energy. Assists in the last 21 games, 0. So he's got 1 GA in the last 16 games.
If Phil Foden was doing that, he'd be getting killed.
And I like Saka, and I do Saka.
No, he wouldn't. If Phil Foden has done that, and he was still getting called one of the best players in the league. So don't be shameless. Second of all, Saka's not been good. We know that. To his standards, he's not been good enough. And there's I could give multiple reasons, but simply, I believe he will turn it around, because when it comes to these big games, he steps up. He's a big game player. When it comes to Chelsea, Tottenham, Bayern Munich, these are the games I expect him to start stepping up. And now that Martinelli and these guys are all out, it starts tonight, hopefully. We see him versus Slavia Prague. We see him turn up versus Slavia Prague. We see him do his thing versus Sunderland. And then for the big games coming up, Tottenham, Chelsea, Bayern, those are the games where I'm going to need him to show up again. And that's where he usually shows up. And in case you guys don't know, a lot of our attackers have been out, in and out of the team, injuries coming in and out of the team, and Saka's been one of them. And hopefully he's now going to get himself up to speed, ready to go for that business part of the season when you face these guys every other week in the December and come the end of the year.
Lewis, tell me your thoughts on Arsenal.
Didn't catch a Burnley game because I was on my way to Tottenham. Shout out Terry in the chat as well. Big up.
Big up, Terry.
Yeah, look, they're doing their thing. Look, in spite of like any questions about how they might look in open play, they're still getting goals. They're still winning games. That's all you can ask for at this point in the season. Now, whether they can maintain that throughout the rest of the campaign remains to be seen. I do think we saw last season that their set-piece goals can dry up. I think bar that 1-0 against us, where Moreno scored from a corner, I don't think they bagged from a set-piece for like the last 3 months of the season, or it just dried up, like not to the same level that it was in the first half.
Kivior scored a set-piece versus Palace, like the second last game.
Don't recall, but either way, I think it dried up, so it weren't to the same level that it was. So if they can't maintain the open play goals through the season, that might be a problem for them. But as it stands right now, they're winning all their games. They're very good defensively. They just have to maintain that. That's just it. I can't give you too much because I didn't watch the game on the weekend.
Chelsea under Antonio Conte, weren't you really good at set pieces?
Under Conte? Nah, more under Mourinho, if I remember correctly. But we were also backing from open play too.
I'm talking about free kicks, everything. Direct free kicks also.
Did we? Willian would have bagged like the odd free kick, but it wasn't even like the season before. 15-16, Willian was doing it every week. He wasn't doing it to the same level. I don't think we had David Luiz. He would have bagged one against Liverpool. But I also remember he'd hit the wall for fun before that point. I remember being in that away and saying, David Luiz fucking stepping up. He's going to hit the wall again. And then he just banged one in top left. But we never really scored a lot from set pieces.
I remember the free kick you're talking about.
Lewis, to me,
yeah, bro. I was saying get him off the free kick. He never scored.
Lewis, to me, it's very simple. Teams play a low block against us.
How was at Anfield as well? 1-1.
Yeah.
Lewis, to me, it's very simple. If teams play a low block against us and they try to shut up shop like that, set pieces, throw-ins, corners, those are the ones that allow us to break them down a lot easier than in open play. And if teams come and attack us in the second half after they concede, we tend to get an open play goal quite easily after that. It's really just the first goal is tough to get. Once you get the first goal, the floodgates will open up and we can get 2-3 if we can. But right now, majority of teams are playing us super defensive. They're playing super low blocks. And I find the best way for us to break them down is really those set pieces have been the best way to break us down because they
not even that. I'd say like you're good in possession to a point where you suffocate them into the box as well. So sometimes it's not even a low block.
And we have like, I think at least 10 or 15 more corners than anybody else because we have another 30 more touches in the box than every other team. Minimum, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
More touches.
Igal, though, I will be honest with you, I do think it's a bit disingenuous to go like other teams are playing low block against us and we have no.
No, I'm not making an excuse. I'm saying this is why.
Wait. The reason I'm saying that is, look, for the last probably 7-8 years in the English Premier League, Liverpool at Anfield, City at the Etihad, 99% of the time come up against low blocks. Like, I think at some point in time, I think this is a constructive criticism of the Arsenal team, and that's simply just because there is no team in the league that's perfect. I'm at the acceptance stage. I believe that Arsenal will probably win the league this season. I have slightly given up already, but I think one constructive criticism is you've got to learn how to break down low blocks. I think that's an objective statement to make.
And you know what we've been doing to break them down? Using set pieces to break them down. That's one way to do it. Another way.
But that's what people are saying. Can you do that for another 7 months? That's all the question people are asking.
You know what? That is a fair question to ask.
What happens?
That is a fair question to ask. But I do also think, I know people don't like talking about injuries, but I do also think it is a fact that we haven't had Havertz, Martin Odegaard, Madueke, and some of these guys. They haven't been in the team for a couple of weeks now. We're doing this, playing this consistent, dealing with these injuries consistently. It's not a situation where we have some of our squad depth and our best attackers might be out of this team. One of our best creators in Odegaard is out of the team, and we're still finding ways to consistently perform. I do think, as much as people want to nitpick and find little holes and areas of weakness, some of these key players coming back do negate those weaknesses. We will be able to then have some of these teams going up against tired legs against some of these other quality attackers, and we're now really only down to what? Now that Gyökeres is out, we're down to Saka, Trossard, and Moreno again. We're back to where we were last year.
And that's fair to go. I think from my perspective and others, where people get a little bit frustrated with you, Igal, not in a personal way, but exactly what you just said is spot on. But you don't give other teams that same leeway. When anyone else uses that, you go, it's an excuse. It's an excuse. Stop saying it.
No.
And I think that's where, and again, you were right earlier, because you're emotionally invested into Arsenal, you will defend that, but you don't give, and I think every fan does this. I don't do it. Sam doesn't do it for other, but he'll do it for Liverpool. We don't do that. So, for example, I said there was no Cherky and Mamouche for 8 weeks, and you ignored it.
But Martin
Said it was an excuse.
I keep the energy the same for everyone. Why are you lying, you fraud?
Stop. Martin, just because you're not able to debunk my statements doesn't mean I'm looking at what you're saying as wrong. I do think you don't bring up some of these points in these arguments. Just because I bring it up in these arguments, I might be able to break down things a little bit better than you when it comes to these arguments. I think 90% of the time when we're in arguments back and forth, you stay on the point.
Oh, don't do that, Igal. Igal, don't do that. Don't do that, Igal.
You don't.
Because it's funny how every City fan's brought that up to you. I do break it down, Igal.
No, but
you
I'm
just don't
talking
listen.
about me and you having conversations on stream. I don't see you breaking it down the way I break it down. Just because I've broken it down so well, and now you can't find an argument against it, it's not my fault.
Igal, let's not do that. Who's better and who's this, that, and the other, mate?
No, it's not about who's better. It's not about who's better. Just because I broke it down in a way that you can't disagree with. 1 second.
No, it's not about this.
In a way that you can't disagree with doesn't mean if you broke it down the same way with Man City, I wouldn't disagree with you.
I did.
My argument with City is the same argument that you guys can apply with our set pieces. It's just when you ask me about the set pieces, I brought up the reasons behind it. When I ask you about Erling Haaland, you get offended at the fact that I'm questioning City.
No, I don't. Because I said at the time, Miguel, we had Cherky to come back, we had Mamouche. I gave you stats on when Haaland was out, how many games we'd won, who'd scored, what we did to change things up, and you went, that's irrelevant.
Okay. This is the difference. If you were to have said these players are out, 1 second. If you were to say this player's out, and when this player comes back, this is what they're capable of doing, fair. That's why when you said Marmouche,
I did.
That's why when you said Marmouche, I said fair. Marmouche comes back. Every time you mentioned him, I said cool. Anytime you mentioned Turkey, I said cool.
It's not criticism. I'm just saying. I was actually defending you in a way because you said people do get emotional, get very emotional on their own team. They do. And they will always defend their own team.
And you know something, another thing that we don't speak about when we speak about Arsenal's attacking woes, if our defense is not even giving up shots per game, why do we?
No, I agree. Arsenal have been the best defensive team in the world.
Guys, on a real, Arsenal's defense does not concede shots on target. Do we really need to go and score 4 or 5?
No, you don't.
We can if we 1-0 our way to the league.
You can win 30. If you win 38 games 1-0, you win the league. End of. I agree with you. Totally agree with you.
I remember a certain fan base called us boring Chelsea for that.
You've been the best. I'm sorry, I've got a bloody truck cleaning the hospital car park. What's going on here? Sorry, my apologies. You've been the best defensive team in the world. 100%. Do not deny that. So you have been. My question is, you said it earlier. My only concern with Arsenal is what you said. Your best attacking are coming from the back line. You need to get some way of getting your front line involved. Somehow. But I think, but the problem is, and where I would say, you look at it from a tactical, what's working for you at the moment is making your defenders in the attack. So if you then push your forwards into being more reliant on attacking, putting them into more dangerous areas, what happens then? Does it change? Because at the moment, think of it from a coach. Your defenders then push forward, because obviously they're pushing forward to make the attacks. Right or wrong? I'm asking you now. I don't know because I don't watch Arsenal week in, week out. How are your defenders getting a lot of their chances right now?
Right now, Calafiori is actually coming from left back and going forward and getting his chances.
Yeah.
He scored one goal from a corner. What do you call it? Timber scored 2 goals from a corner, to be fair, and Gabriel scored from corners, to be fair.
So who's filling in for Calafiori when he goes forward? Is there anyone filling in?
Declan Rice. Declan Rice is really helping out defensively if what do you call it, Calafiori goes forward.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say. From a point of view, because the way usually it works is someone from your fullback, your defense goes forward. Generally, someone goes in to fill the gap.
Yeah, Declan Rice is protecting, and Declan Rice is really good at that. When it comes
if you want your forwards to then get more involved, or Declan Rice wants to get more involved, it's going to have to stop your defenders getting forward.
But Martin, you have a lot of experience with Kevin De Bruyne being out and coming back and right away being good. You have a lot of experience of a lot of key players in the middle of title races, missing games and coming back. I think Arsenal to have only dropped points in 2 games this season with Saka, Odegaard, Saliba, Gyökeres, Martinelli, Jesus, Havertz, Madueke, Timber, Ben White, all these guys being in and out of the team and almost be seamless. I'm quite confident we will find our way going forward. And similar to how people have said City have not clicked into gear fully or Liverpool have not clicked into gear fully, you think this Arsenal team has clicked into gear? We have been fighting fires all year. And the attack has been where we've been fighting the most fires. I genuinely believe Mikel Arteta has not even played his best 11 yet once this season.
Okay. That's why I'm saying there's still 84 points to play for. It's a long way to go. I'm not counting anyone out of this race at the minute. Arsenal are the favourites, 1,000%. I know you are. You've gone back to your leopard in the tree.
You know what?
Again,
can I ask you a question?
You're trying to take over our mantle this
year. Let me ask you a question. I feel like I'm getting cocky. People are calling me cocky. People call me arrogant. Genuine question to every single one of you guys here. Can you guys?
No one has called you arrogant.
Can you guys name why you think your team would win the league without mentioning any other team? Can you do that?
I can't.
Lewis, can you mention why your team would win the league without mentioning any other team?
Because I believe my team can be anybody on any given day.
But do you think that would be enough to overtake and win?
I mean, if we could be consistent enough, yes.
All right. What about you, Martin? What are you saying? Do you think can you name one thing?
Sorry, I was waiting for the road.
Can you name one thing without mentioning anybody else on why you think City will win?
I think we can outscore any team in this league. And I also believe that right now we can go on a run that many other teams can't. Because I've seen us do it before.
I don't believe it anymore until we consistently do it. Let me just grab these before we move on to talk about my club. Arsenal's style is so shit, Igal, you can't find words for it, is what Total Red is saying. Big up to the Swedish people as well.
We were made fun of for years.
Yesterday. Big up to the Swedish people.
Sorry, Husam. I was just going to respond to the super chat. He said, we were made fun of for years for playing attractive football and not winning shit, so I couldn't care less.
There you go. Martin, it doesn't matter. It's 3 goals, 10 games or 15 games. It's the same amount of goals conceded. Imagine Slavia Prague scored like 3 goals today.
Martin doesn't what? Sorry, I can't. What does it say?
Martin, it doesn't matter. It's 3 goals, whether it's 10 games or 15 games.
I'm not. No, I wasn't disputing that. I was disputing you don't understand. I agree with you. I was disputing the goals on when we talk about Haaland, it's only Premier League goals.
But it works when you're talking about goals because it's less games, less goals. But when it's goals conceded, it's less impressive with the less games.
Yeah, I just don't count our second top goals, our second top, as a step out. To me, it's Foden and others. So, because I do count all comps, I can't ignore the Champions League. So it's not a little tin pot competition, is it?
No, but it is an interesting stat.
Each of the top
For
three
the
teams
rivals,
have something great. Arsenal have the best defense. City have the best attack. LFC have the best bench warmer with the Verts.
You know what? The funny thing is, Liverpool was supposed to have the best attack. By the way, Liverpool was supposed to have the best attack. City were supposed to still have the best manager, and the best midfield is supposed to be Chelsea.
I mean, I don't want to scare you all. We've not even got Rodri going yet. I've not even got Rodri back in the team yet going.
I ain't even got Palmer fit yet.
Odegaard's out. Havertz is out. Madueke is out. Gyökeres is out.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
all
even
got
have
five.
Slot's brains working correctly yet. Big up to Tony Usage who says, Sam, you're right. You're the right about the low blocks, but for Arsenal, the set piece is the best way right now. KDB for City and Salah Trent for LFC was their way. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. At some point in time, set pieces can be figured out. You cannot figure out a De Bruyne brilliance, a Salah brilliance, a blah, blah, blah. But at some point in time, a set piece coach will figure out a way to stop it. Like the Liverpool set piece coach, the City set piece coach this season, because you had like 20 corners in those games combined without the free kicks and you didn't score, even though you needed a set piece goal. So that's my thing. When I say it's not sustainable, I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying, look, I don't think it's something that can be done repetitively over and over and over and over and over again. Can Haaland
And
score a
last
goal?
season was an example of that.
Exactly. By the way, thank you, Lewis, for bringing that up.
Last season was not an example of that, Lewis.
January
last
until
season,
March,
your
you
set
had
piece
your
was tied
strikers
up.
out, and Gabriel and Rice were fit. Before Gabriel's injury, you didn't win games because of set pieces.
Stop it. That's like me saying this season an excuse on why Liverpool can't win the league without Mo Salah.
I never said that.
Oh, yeah, I think Liverpool fans are pussied out too soon as well. Don't get it twisted. One bad run of form is like, oh, we can't win anything. Oh, our season's over. Fuck off, man.
No,
it's
I
not
didn't
even
say
Christmas.
this. I think we can win UCL.
Maybe they're not delusional.
I'm talking about the league.
Oh, talking about the league as a Chelsea fan, as if winning the UCL is a bad season. That's a great season.
No, I'm talking about the Prem specifically. If you win the champs, forget it. It don't matter. Of course.
Exactly.
I'm talking Prem. Like, these man giving up on the Prem this soon. Like, allow it. Come on, man.
Listen, man, we are the underdogs. It's very difficult. Saka averaging 3 goals, 2 assists in open play a season since 2021. I don't think this is true.
I've seen that stat going around, though.
I don't know.
I've seen that one going around.
I'll check it for you, Fraud. But
You know, the trouble is, I've said the trouble is with stats. People are using stats as a gotcha moment.
I agree.
As a
This
what?
is why I find stats
As a
so
gotcha moment.
a gotcha
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
It's like, oh, look at these stats, and everyone goes digging for stats around places now.
Hell, we all guilty of that. I'll be real. Even I've done that.
Yeah.
Times.
I mean, I had this debate with City fans last year. It was we had Gabardio and John Stones. Exactly what Igal said at the start of the season. We had all our defenders scoring goals. Gabardio was our top goal scorer at one point, and everyone went, "Well, what about?" Everyone started having a go at Haaland for not scoring, and now Haaland's scoring. It's where's everyone else? It's
Speaking of where's everyone else,
world.
That's why I say, in spite of like everything I could say about Arsenal's forward line and all of that, like shit, they're top of the league. It don't matter too much until they drop from top of the league.
Fact. And speaking of a team that dropped from top of the league,
It's working at the moment, so don't change it.
Let's move on. Talk about Liverpool. Quick 10 minutes.
Oh, won a game, I've won. Won a game, I've won.
I just said quick 10-minute segment. See, fraud. Anyway, big up to all of you guys.
I'm just getting ready for weekend.
Make sure you guys are subscribing. Can we get there when I get there? I've got to go through Real Madrid tonight, bro. So
no, but
anyway.
Forget that. That's little.
Oh yeah, that's little Real Madrid in a Champions League night. Yeah, it's just regular. You get me? I'm playing Stockport of the Champions League.
Why are you giving me 10 years ago vibes? Why are you mentioning going back to my younger days? Stockport.
Martin, talk to me about Liverpool.
Yeah, you went back to you actually went back to what worked last season. Hey presto, you won a game. It's like you didn't need to spend 500
You're
mil to
such
go
a
bring all
cheeky
these.
fraud, honestly. Look at this
No,
guy. You're
but
such a fraud.
you've been saying it for weeks. Just go back to what you know. And he does, and hey presto, it works. And again, it's back. There was no problem spending money and bringing in the players. I keep saying it, using the analogy. He went round Harrods, he got a bit giddy. He saw a couple of diamonds. He thought, oh, I need this. Got the expensive strawberries. Got all that. He was going wild in the aisles. Did he need them? Did he have the perfect ingredients already there? And he just needed one or two. I'm unlike
Going
you.
wild in the aisles is crazy.
I'm not going to discount Liverpool out of this title race. They've got too good a squad to chuck them out of any title race. You can do the leopard in the tree, underdog, and all that other stuff you want. They're still there. This is still a 3-horse race. That, for me, and we'll see. Anyone discounting Liverpool, but we'll see. I think if you get beat Sunday, it will become harder because the gap becomes bigger. But we'll get Sunday when we get Sunday.
We get beat Sunday. It's done. We have to be honest.
Yeah. Then it becomes a lot
Then
harder.
What? We're 11 points behind Arsenal. 7 points behind you or something.
Then you're asking Arsenal to do something that they probably won't do, is lose 4 or 5 games unless they go on a madden somewhere.
But even then, they're not. You cannot make an 11-point difference. That's too much. I still remember the season where we had the quadruple charge thing. We were actually 12 points behind Man City, and we clawed back and clawed back and clawed back. You want to know the problem, Martin? Even if, let's say, we lose this Sunday, Liverpool are not going to win 30 games in a row, are we? Like, it's just not
only that, you would have to win at the Emirates. You'd have to then go and get a W at the Emirates.
Exactly.
To have any chance at that point to turn it around. But no, it was good to say Villa have been on a very good run. I think that's gone under the radar. I think we're on a 5-6 game run, apart from obviously the Golden Eagles or whatever they were called. I don't even know where they were. But Villa have been on a very, very good run. Very good run of late. I think they were 5 unbeaten in the league, 5-game winning run or something. So it was a good win. It was a solid win, clean sheet, 2 goals. You've been saying it for weeks, back to basics. But now you've got to follow it up but obviously you've got us next. You got to see what against Real Madrid, because it's always what we did this a lot last season. 1 step forward, 2 back.
Yeah.
We got that win against Forest. I think we beat them 3-0 and we thought, right, we're on the run again. And then you get beat again. And you've got to get this consistent. First of all, you stop the losses in rows. So you get a positive result, you build on it. You get another positive, you just keep building and building and building. The worst thing you can do is get beat by Madrid, because that it throws everything away from the weekend. Because it'll put that seed of doubt back into those players' heads. Because I'm intrigued to what lineup he puts out against Madrid. Really intrigued about that. Because he's not going to put Wirtz on the bench forever, Husam. He's not going to bench Wirtz forever. He's going to have to figure, how do I get, and look at Igal smiling there, because he's like, how do I solve the Wirtz problem? No, I know what you mean. I don't mean as a dig out, but you are right in a way of, how do you solve the Wirtz issue right now? How do you put him in the team? Unless you have the world's most expensive sub for the rest of the season.
You had him with Jack Grealish. Nothing wrong with that.
Don't do that. Chucking Jack Grealish up.
Jack Grealish was the world's expensive sub last season. He was 100 million on the bench. What happens? 100 million. What?
He was on his way out.
Just because it was the Queen's note and not the King's note, it makes it any difference? You get me? It's the same thing. He's just a 100 million pound substitute. Igal, talk to me about Liverpool, you and Lewis as well.
All right. First things first. Ryan Gravenberch is so crucial for your team. And I understand why you guys say he's your best midfielder. He's levels above McAllister this season. And maybe McAllister was getting way more plaudits than him last year. But this year, you see how much better Gravenberch makes your team compared to what McAllister does. He's more of a needle mover. Also, your manager tells people how to play against them. Unai Emery is a fucking idiot. You have been told for the last 3 weeks how to beat Liverpool by Arne Slot. And what do? You do the exact opposite. You play from the back, you gift Mo Salah a goal. Mo Salah gains confidence, Liverpool gain confidence. They go on, score a second goal from brilliance of Gravenberch, and you lose the game. Now, don't think for 1 second I'm not taking credit away from Liverpool. I'm just saying Unai Emery is an idiot. He played right into your hands, as the comment said right there. And I do think if Liverpool are giving you the blueprint on
You're
how
doing
to beat them,
everything you just accused Lewis of doing. You realize this, right?
what?
Because you're like, I'm not taking credit away from Liverpool, but Emery's an idiot.
No, Unai Emery has to get criticized because he's an idiot for playing right into Liverpool's hands and playing to their strengths. You would admit you love the fact that they're playing out the back. You love the fact that they're not kicking it long, that they're not going direct. For the last 3 weeks, you've been facing teams that have been trying to play direct football, long balls, long throws, set pieces, and you were struggling against it. The one game you play where you don't have to do that, Frankfurt and Aston Villa, of course you're gonna be happy. Of course it's refreshing. But hey, let me take it back for a second. Liverpool deserved win. You were the much better team, and Aston Villa were shocking. But you guys made them look like that. And when teams play you this way, of course you're gonna win. Now, will you see more teams using this tactic against you? I doubt it. I think more teams will try to be more direct against you. They'll try to bypass your midfield. They won't try to play through you. They will try to be more direct, use set pieces, long throws. And long story short, Liverpool have to find ways to get their best players clicking into gear for them to have anything going this season. And I don't think Liverpool are out of the race for anything yet, but you still need to see what Arne Slot can do because he hasn't been able to get the best out of your players. Majority of the players that are performing right now are players that were there last year, like Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, but some of your new signings, shocking.
Lewis?
Didn't watch the game. I was coming out of the Spurs match.
Oh, yeah.
You won. I didn't catch anything this weekend, bro.
You've actually got a flawless record when you went to games this season, right?
In England, went Bayern. That didn't work out as planned.
So that
The
doesn't
England
count.
thing
That
does.
doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
cool,
a
I'll take
controlled
that. Last
domestic.
loss I saw was like City away, actually. Perfect timing. That was the last loss I've seen.
When was that?
January.
Oh,
That was when Noni
sorry.
scored and he just sat in the bed and
The
played a
camera will
highlight.
have to stay like this for Sam. Sorry.
No,
I've got
it's
a better
okay.
signal.
It's okay. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up regardless because I need to go rest before the
I'll come back, you wrap up.
Yeah, is there a problem, brother? It's a 1 hour 22 minutes. What, this ain't enough?
By the way,
big
that
up-
super chat then, I don't know if you've done the super chat. Me and the gal haven't fought today. All right,
I am. I'm gonna do it now. Husam must.
If they think
Arsenal-
that's
We have,
fitting,
I've missed you, Egal, man. I've missed the beef, bro.
that no, bro.
Me and the
You're
gal
my guy.
we just have debates. We don't fight. Jesus.
that's a
If
clip
this
right
was a
there.
fight, you'd know it's a fight.
Yeah, that's a clip right there. Clip versus. You get me. Lewis versus Egal.
Clip
right
versus
there.
clip. Oh, Lewis
Yeah.
versus the gal.
Yeah, this time it ain't you, man.
That referee thing, 25 minutes long, was a clip.
Great clip. Husam must. Arsenal must. World champions chill. I love the fact you put world champions and then next to it chill. It's the opposite of chill. Like it's just
Chill
like
guy, man.
you cannot do this. I'm the chill guy this season. Bro. Let me chill. You ain't chill.
You're a Prem champion, bro.
Well, Sam, can I ask you a genuine question though? And you might have answered this while I've been away. How do you solve the Berts issue? Genuinely though. And I'm not capping. How do you solve it? What do you think?
Your voice is cutting out, Martin. The reason I like this show
No,
is
it's
Egal
not.
and Martin
No,
fight.
it's not. No,
Listen,
it's not.
Egal and Martin haven't fought today. You get me? They haven't fought. It's been a peaceful
No,
episode.
it's a genuine question. Stop dodging it. No, I'm not trying. It's not a dodge. I'm asking you
Martin,
genuinely.
you're lagging out. I can't hear you. What's he saying?
He's so.
Can't hear him.
So.
Can't hear him. He's lagging out. I think it's the echo in the car. I can't hear him. Big up Martin. Guys, subscribe to Mancunian Way. It's very important to go subscribe to Mancunian Way. I can't hear him. I think he might ask me this question again on his channel this weekend. So.
Yeah, we've got a preview Friday on my channel.
Yes, let's go. I'm making my. Are you gonna? It's gonna be me and you only, or are you gonna bring the whole City fan base?
I was thinking me, you. I was going to ask somebody. I was going to get 2 Liverpool, 2 City. I'll speak to you about it privately.
Okay, خلاص. We'll cook
Oh,
it up.
City fan base. That was a smart diss, Faz.
He didn't catch it. Anyway, hit the
Yeah,
like
bro.
button, guys. Subscribe to the channel.
I did catch it.
No, I'm getting this W out of here.
If he wants to bury himself before Friday, that's up to him. You are coming the lines, then, mate.
Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Go subscribe to Eagle Talks with more carefully Lewis G. I'm Coney. I'm going to be on this channel, inshallah. We're going to be redirecting to the football terrace.
Hang on, just let me get Big Steve's number out. Let me just give Big Steve a quick WhatsApp.
I don't mind Big Steve. I don't
Me and
mind
Steve against Husam. Let's go on Friday.
Oh, no, that's
you
not
said
shit.
You want me outnumbered? No problem. I live for this. I was outnumbered on Football Wars 1v11. I'll take you on, no problem. Anyway, like the video, guys, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys over on the Football Terrace. Just go tell them Husam raid. And remember, we got the Trent Derby tonight. See you then.